Good afternoon. I, K.K. Dubey, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Galgote University. In the continuation of the Unit 1, today I will discuss about the types of vapor compression refrigeration system analysis, and the effect of operating conditions. So previously we have discussed about the basic and fundamental of vapor compression refrigeration system, concept of the cooling, thermodynamics of the cooling system, then the fundamental part of uh, refrigeration system, and the governing energy equation of the part-wise refrigeration system. So with this session, the learning outcome of this session, our students will be able to learn about the different types of VCRS according to the pressure and temperature of the refrigerant, and the effect of operating condition on the VCRS performance. So these two are the main outcome of this session. The major highlights of this session are the VCRS types, and the VCRS types actually depend on the refrigerant condition at a different fundamental part. Like during the evaporation operation, the refrigerant pressure and temperature will be different. During the compression activity, the thermodynamic property will be different. During the compression heat discharge and the expansion valve. So according to the pressure, temperature, I mean thermodynamic property of the refrigerant, the VCRS types are different, and the operating condition means the effect of the condenser pressure, effect of the suction pressure, effect of the compression ratio. So all these things are the major outline of this session. So the superheated after compression, superheated before evaporation pressure, and the under cooling. So here we can understand simply this is our refrigerant steam dome, and suppose that this is our the condenser line, pressure condenser, and here the expansion process is performed. Suppose that, and also here this is the evaporation line, means the cooling effect. So I am showing by the five different color with this different process. Suppose that if the compression is, I am just erasing this schematic because we need to clear diagram. And this is the TS plot. This is the condenser line, and this is the condenser pressure. Here evaporation line, evaporation pressure. So if the process, this is suppose that process of expansion valve. So according to the condition of the refrigerant, we can make like this. We can make like this. we can make like this, and we can make like this, and the another development of the refrigerant like this. So here we can see the first stage, the wet compression. Here, suppose that this is activity 1 to 2, then 1 dash to 2 dash, 1 triple dash to 2 triple dash, 1 4 dash to 4 dash, and here. So process 1 to 2 is very clear. This activity is performed within the dome. That means here the wet compression, the wet vapor compression is performed because the activity is terminated within the dome. So here there is no dry vapor condition, here the wet vapor condition. So this is the process first. This is the wet vapor after compression. Now if the compression ratio is more, pressure is more, temperature is more, so that vapor is achieved the dry condition, and this compression process is actually terminated at the vapor dome. So we can say this is the dry vapor after compression condition. So wet compression, then dry compression. Now again the pressure is more, the temperature is more. Now this dry vapor is get superheated. So we can say the wet superheated vapor after compression. So this is wet vapor, condition 2, condition 3. This is the superheated because the heating and the pressure of the refrigerant is acted beyond the steam dome. So here the superheated vapor is available. So superheated superheated vapor compression of VCR system. Now another process that superheated before the compression, because this is the process of evaporation. This line is the evaporation line. So after the evaporation and before the compression, the state of refrigerant is superheat. During the evaporation, suppose that any refrigerant, the thermodynamic property, suppose that key refrigerant has a 20 degrees temperature at the superheated condition. So at this temperature level, the level refrigerant will get superheat before the compression. So this is activity, and this VCRS performance cycle is what? Superheated before the compression or after the evaporator. So the other condition also possible with superheated vapor after evaporation or before compression. So the fourth condition also possible. Now the other condition is possible with the subcooling of refrigerant. The subcooling of the refrigerant means uh, the temperature of the refrigerant is decreases below than the condenser temperature. Suppose that condenser temperature is 40 degree and the subcooling suppose that 25 degree. So that this development will appear. This is the condenser line pressure and temperature. So below that condenser temperature, if the refrigerant is going to cool, so this process is called subcooling or undercooling of refrigerant. So all these 5 conditions are possible, and these conditions will define the VCRS types at the different pressure, temperature, and the quality of refrigerant vapor. So these 5 conditions are possible. Now individually we can see the disaturated here, the refrigerant during the compression process is 1 to 2. So at 2 this the state 2 achieved at the steam dome here. So this is the disaturated compression process. So this is the pH property plot, and here the pH plot we can see. Here the state 2 at the end of the compression is achieved at the saturated vapor line. So we can say this is the dry saturated compression process, and here the quality of vapor is 100%. There is no any moisture of the vapor refrigerant, there is no any wet vapor condition. So we can say here the quality of refrigerant vapor is 100% or X value is 1. Then the wet vapor compression. So this activity is terminated within the dome. We can see the very clear. So here the dryness fraction or the quality of the refrigerant vapor also comes. So here, because here x is 0 and here x is 1 or 100%. So within the dome, this value lies between 0 to 1. So maybe 80%, 90%, 89% is depend on the thermodynamic process. So because this compression process is completed within the dome, so here this is the wet compression VCRS system. Then the superheated, the very clear. When the temperature and pressure increases during the compression process, now this vapor refrigerant appears outside the dome. It appears outside the dome. So here we can say this development, and the other thing also we have seen, this is here. So this triangle defines the degree of superheating. Actually, this triangle is defined degree of superheating, and so we can say ki what amount of degree of superheating refrigerant is available. Because if the superheating is more, the pressure and temperature of the refrigerant is more, the compressor work will more. So we can see the effect of the degree of superheating or the effect of the superheating of the refrigerant for the performance of the COP. So superheated compression of the VCR system also possible. Then the very specific condition here, during the evaporation process, the refrigerant getting superheated condition means before the compression. The compression is 1 to 2, but here we can see this energy interaction. So here the refrigerant is getting superheated. So superheated refrigerant after evaporation or before compression. So this is also possible. So we can say the here, if we plot this triangle, we can estimate the degree of superheating before the compression. Now here we can see the subcooling state means the cooling of refrigerant below the condenser temperature. Here this is the condenser temperature and pressure and the cooling of the refrigerant here. So the TC1 or the cooling temperature must be below than condenser temperature. So this is the condition of undercooling or subcooling of refrigerant. So the next, after the different development of the VCRS according to the refrigerant condition. So now the other important discussion we need to discuss here, the effect of operating condition. This is very important because in a VCRS cycle, suppose that in a TS property plot, we know that this is the compression process, this is the heat rejection condenser process, here expansion valve is performed, and here the cooling effect. Compression work, Q rejection, Q cooling, and here the work expansion. Fine. So for fundamental thermodynamic activities are available, so we can understand the effect of change of operating condition. Operating condition, that means what we can see here. First, condenser pressure, effect of the condenser pressure during this activity. Then here in this vapor zone, the refrigerant will achieve the superheated quality of the refrigerant is superheated is available. So the effect of superheating. Second condition. Then the third is here the subcooling VCR is also available. So degree of subcooling, that means effect of subcooling on VCR's performance. And here the lowest pressure of the cycle, I mean pressure of evaporation, pressure of evaporation. So all these four fundamental or uh, important operating condition we will see the effect of all these operating condition in performance of the VCRS system. So effect of the condenser pressure, effect of the evaporation pressure, then effect of the superheating, effect of the subcooling. So these four operating conditions are very important. So here we can see the condenser pressure and evaporation pressure. So first, if we increase the condenser pressure here, the very simple TS plot. Suppose that if we increase the condenser pressure here, this is the initial pressure. If we increase like this, superheating also increases. If we increase it like this, superheating also increases. So what we are experiencing here, if we increase the pressure at the side of the condenser, the compressor work will more. We need to provide the more compression work for the maintaining the high pressure. And what about if we increase the pressure? This is our refrigeration effect, and when we increase the pressure, the refrigeration effect like this is like this. So what is happening here? The slowly refrigeration effect is going to decreases when we increase the pressure. Compressor work is increasing, the cooling effect is decreasing here. So ultimately, what about the performance? The performance is refrigeration effect by the compression work. So if the cooling effect is decreases and the compression work is increases, so overall COP will decrease. So there is no any advantages of the increasing of the condenser pressure. So we need to maintain the condenser pressure as per the required COP and required cooling effect. Similarly, if we decrease the evaporation pressure, here this is line. So we are decreasing the evaporation pressure. So suppose that here we are decreasing like this, we are decreasing like this, and the compressor work, what about the compressor work? Like this, like this. So with this operating condition, when we decrease the condenser evaporation pressure, the cooling effect is going to decrease with the increment in compression work. When we decrease the evaporation pressure, so parallelly compression work is increases. So compression work is increases, cooling effect decreases, overall COP will decrease. So we cannot decrease as much as low evaporation pressure. It's depend on the refrigerant thermal property. Then the effect of the superheating. Here we increase the temperature of the refrigerant through the compression process. So here the compression work is more, but parallelly we can experience the COP, the very beginning cycle, the cooling effect is this, but when we increase the superheating, the cooling effect is increases. In this case, this is the initial cycle 1, 2, 3, 4. But when we going for the superheating of the refrigerant, here the cooling effect also increases. Means process 4 to 1 dash is increases. So ultimately, here for this case, sometimes COP will increase and sometimes COP will decrease. So for the different refrigerant, the COP, the superheating, the effect of the superheating will change. Suppose that for R22 and ammonia, during the superheating, that refrigerant will not give the higher COP. For the refrigerant R22 and ammonia, when we increase the superheating of the refrigerant, the COP, we will not achieve the higher COP. For this refrigerant, COP will decrease. But for R12 and R504, when we go for the superheating of the refrigerant, the COP will more for these refrigerant. So it's depend on the refrigerant available. Sometime for the superheating, the COP will more, or sometimes COP will less. So here, this is the actually it's refrigerant property. So this is the very important for R22 and ammonia. The COP will decrease during the superheating of the refrigerant, and for R12 and R14, the COP will increase during the superheating of the refrigerant. Then the effect of the subcooling, the very special case. Now what we are doing here, we are going to decrease the temperature below the condenser temperature. This is the condenser line, here the temperature of the condenser, and we are decreasing the temperature of the refrigerant below the condenser temperature. So here, this development actually without any additional compression work. This is the very important thing. Without any additional compression work, we can decrease the temperature of the refrigerant by using some cooling arrangements like air cooling, water cooling method. There are different methods of the subcooling are available. So without any compression work additionally used, we can decrease the temperature of the refrigerant, and we can increase the cooling effect also. For the cycle 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is the initial cooling effect. Now when we decrease the cooling temperature of the refrigerant after the condenser, here we can increase this additional cooling effect. So we can say here there is no change in compression work. There is no any compression work here, and we are increasing the cooling effect also. So ultimately COP will increase. So only this method is available for the higher COP of the VCR system. So subcooling system or the subcooling of the refrigerant always give the higher COP without any additional compression work consumption. Now the other special case here, the superheating and subcooling. This is the case of the combined superheating and subcooling. So what we are doing here, we are maintaining cooling effect through the subcooling development and the cooling degree of superheating through this development. So from 44 dash to 11, here this major development and this line will give the Q refrigeration. So through this combined superheating and the subcooling arrangement will give the more cooling effect or the higher COP. So this is the special case of the VCRS system. We can use where we need to the high COP and the low cooling arrangement, low cooling achievement. So we need to adopt superheating and subcooling of the system. So this is actually the cascading case where the cascading of the VCRS system is applicable, where we can achieve this cooling effect and the higher COP. So this is the so we can say the efficient VCRS system or the higher COP perform VCRS system. So uh, uh, for the industrial application and for the low cooling generation, this system is very useful. So we have some practices question. Discuss the different VCRS as per the refrigerant pressure and temperature condition. Explain the effect of discharge and the suction pressure on the VCRS performance. Actually, the discharge pressure here, the discharge pressure is nothing but this is the pressure of condenser line, and the suction pressure is the pressure during the evaporation line. So in the next lecture, uh, uh, I will discuss in detail the discharge line pressure, suction line pressure. Actually, it is the case of the actual or the practical VCRS which is used in our refrigerator and air conditioning system. And then the illustrate the efficient VCRS cycle with the proper region. So here, just we have seen in the previous slide, the combined subcooling and the superheating VCRS system is the efficient VCRS system. Thank you for watching this session. With the reference, we have some textbook and related to the refrigeration air conditioning system, and then the thermodynamic concept and the application of the thermal system. So we can take the help from these books which is referred in our session. Thank you.